I'll see you later. Okay? Oh, well, good morning. Well, I've waited a little bit to do this because I wanted to see what was going to happen first. Sometimes it's best to step back and wait. I'm not one of those people who just jumps on the bandwagon and goes, this is what's happening, this is amazing, and I'm not really here to try and farm views from you. If I don't find something interesting, I'm not really here. But anyway, speaking of farming views, today's episode is brought to you by Feastables Chocolate. It's not really, but that's from our other show, Flake and Flash. Check it out. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Trump versus Musk. I have some interesting things to say about it, but first let's take a look at what's happening now. Trump in recent days has been basically saying that, he wished, Elon Musk well. If you apologize, he's cool with it. I don't think Trump's, hating on Musk. I know that's what everyone wants to say. I'm pretty sure the left is having a field day with it. And to be fair, if I was on the left, I would be having a field day with it. I think it's hilarious. The whole thing supposedly stems from the big, beautiful bill. And I said it when it came out. The bill spends a lot of money. And if you put yourself in Musk's shoes, his whole thing is, hey, you paid me to come out here and, cut funds and help save the government money. And then you come out of here again and go spend several $1 trillion. What was I doing? Did I just waste, 5 months of my life, risk my company's fortunes and futures on this for nothing? I could see where he'd be mad. I can understand that. But unfortunately, the government does have to spend some money. And I wish the government wouldn't spend as much as it does, because I guarantee that bill's full of stuff it doesn't need. But it's better than what it could be. Everyone wants something to be perfect. We're not going to find Jesus in our government. So if you're looking there, you're not going to find him. So anyway, Daily Mail has a report here, and let me just kind of go through a few of the things that they've said, and I'd like to comment on it here. Let's see. Supposedly, he placed a phone call to Trump, and I think that's right before. Daily Mail reports that Musk made a call to Trump before he offered his public admission of regret. So basically, he calls Trump, and a day or so later, he posts and says, hey, I regret some of those posts I said, they went too far. And that's exactly what he says. In fact, they report, I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far. So that is it's a good way to look at it. The news has got that. This is actually a pretty fair article for Daily Mail. They're usually pretty middle of the road when it comes to Trump. They don't really hate him. They don't really like him. At least from what I've read. But, every author that writes an article is different. So who knows what you're going to come across. But I like Daily Mail. Anyway, he came after Musk to try Trump's tax bill as a disgusting abomination. It's ironic. Trump presented Musk with a golden key to the White House, only to see the relationship blow up over a series of escalating attacks and threats. Elon even posted that Musk was in the Elon even posted that Trump was on the Epstein list. It would not surprise me to see that he was on that list. I would not be very surprised at all, because every rich person apparently was on that list. Now, what he did, I don't know. Maybe he met with him and Epstein was trying to sell him something, and Trump's like, well, why would I do that? I have plenty of legal things to do, hopefully, is what he would say. But who knows? Doesn't make that right either. Let's see. Yeah, even suggested Trump should be impeached. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that this is due, and they kind of insinuate that it's due to the government contracts that Musk has. I don't think so. Trump has threatened to cut them. I don't know if he can do as much as he says he was, and that'd be kind of a jerk move to do. I would not be cool with that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all that, and that's pretty much all that's there. I don't think that Trump versus Musk was the end-all be-all of their relationship. As soon as I saw it happen, I thought, this is my theory, Musk is doing that for a specific reason. He has to distance himself from Trump now that he's leaving the position that he's in. He needs to make it look like he's a neutral thing so he can get people to buy Teslas again. Because Tesla was having some trouble. At least that's the rumor mill. Some say that the stocks are going to drop because of this. They think that this is really going to hurt his business even more. Now, granted, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advice guy. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that in about 4 months after all this blows over, his companies will go back up. I think the stocks will go back up and continue to go up. Musk is a genius. I think that Trump is a genius. Which is weird to say because we haven't had a whole lot of presidents that have been geniuses. And they kind of have a way with figuring out what the people are going to do. So if I was in Musk's shoes, what I would do is, have a public feud with the guy. Make it look like you hate each other. Then kind of calm down, step back a little bit. And then, business as usual. Everyone thinks he kind of hates Trump, kind of doesn't. That's like everybody. I kind of hate Trump sometimes. He's kind of a jerk to people. But he sure is a good president. So, with that being said, you do that, and now people are like, well, I can buy a Tesla now, even though I'm a liberal. I'm a leftist. I'll buy a Tesla. He is one of the only guys making electric vehicles that people actually want to buy. You buy an electric F-150 because you feel like you have to. You buy a Tesla because you think, this is a cool car, I want this. You see the difference? One's taking medicine, and one's going, I like this thing. Yeah. So that's basically my opinion on it. What do you guys think? Anything, what do you guys think? Are they really hating each other? Are they never going to reconcile at all? I mean, clearly through the article we just saw that reconciliation seems to be happening. But will they ever be as close as they once were? That's the thing. I think they probably still are. But hey, what do I know? And don't forget, buy Feastables chocolate. Not really. This is made of half duct tape and cardboard. The best things are. Have a blessed day.